Hey, going through some stuff, going through our slides, getting things cleaned up. Fun day at the range, I tell you. Got to shoot off a lot of our slides. Didn't take as much video as we'd like. Definitely not prepared for range day videos. So we will have to work on that, but it was an absolute fun day. I got to shoot a lot of our own personal stuff, rifles, shotguns, pistols. In addition, doing some pistol drills, running and gunning, good stuff. Magazine drills, changing, loading, firing, getting sights on, getting eyes on target, putting your sights on target, low ready, from holster. So we did a lot of that, and we were so involved in some of the training that some of the drills that we were doing, we didn't take as many videos as we should have. But we'll be uploading those videos to YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. Hey, Omar, what's going on, man? Let's see here. Let's make sure this is off. That is on. Make sure this is good to go. We'll do our chat filter. There we are. And let's get these in. But I hope you all are enjoying the cooling down weather. We definitely did. Got to go out to the range today and shoot quite a bit of stuff. First video we dropped will be our turbo. Got quite a bit of use today. Nope, I think I burned through all the apple smell out of the Ecto Lube. But it started out smelling like apples. But definitely burned through quite a bit of that. It did finally start heating up though, and we finally had to take off and say, yeah, nope, screw that, we are done. Didn't shoot any of the super pretty ones, but we did get some range use out of quite a few of the slides today. Testing out some for customers, testing out some for people. Don J, what's going on? Did a lot of range testing today. I wish I could show you some of the frames. The only thing that went south, we were working on an SCT frame, and we couldn't get it running. And so we might need to work with that a little bit. But the PSA frames, oh, and shot it enough that it actually came loose. Let's see here. Why aren't you connecting? No new devices. Let's try that again. Any updates on the 26? Not yet. Still working on it. We're updating the program a bit. It's going a little slower than we had hoped, but we will still have it done before the year's end. I have no doubt of that. We were getting a little excited, a little too hopeful, a little too quick, and we've got some more work to do. So better to have it right than, release it early and there being any kind of issues. Hey, Carson, how are you doing? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, where we turn bars of steel into gun slides. Just got done with our range day today. Released a reel on Instagram. We'll release a few more. We got so involved in the shooting and so involved in the pistol and rifle drills we were doing, we forgot to take a lot of videos. So we'll have to keep that in mind for next time. There it is, finally connected. But we make a wide variety of stuff. 19 and 17 slides, different Cerakotes, different stencils, wide variety of colors. All 17.4 stainless steel. We do all the milling ourselves. Everything gets milled out of bars like these. Don't squint, it's bad for your eyes. There we are, get that up on there. Yep, got a quite a few of them out there. Absolutely enjoyable day at the range. Have a good one, Carson. Drink some water. Stay cool out there. And let's do a flop. And there we go. Show off all those slides a little easier. Someday maybe we'll do a comp slide. Right now we need to get new contracts, new sales. We can't get more machines and other things like that. Can't really expand until we get more contracts. For those of you popping in from DLD or anybody else we know, I do have my knife, the Journalist, and we used it out on the range. It was a great handy tool to have. Definition knives, check them out. But yeah, you know, we might do a comp slide someday. Orange, brown, black camo for Halloween? Ah, maybe. Vexillion running around trolling YouTube Live, but this seems pretty interesting. Oh, right on. Welcome. Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. We turn bars of 17.4 stainless steel like this into the slides you see before you. We do all our own Cerakote work in-house. Get our stencils from Tactical Penguin. And today we just got done doing a range day. See a little bit of that range evidence on there. But we do a wide variety of stencils, colors, all for the Gen 3 Glock 19, Glock 17, and we are working on the 26, trying to get that out before the year's end. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Not yet. We are debating doing something for the 1911 someday. We'd like to branch outside of Glock at some point. We were going to do SIG, and that did not happen for obvious reasons. But, you know, the 1911 is something we might do someday. And the range day went awesome. The only issue we had today was we were using an SCT slide, or sorry, an SCT frame, and the frame just was not working well for us. Everything else worked well. Glock OEM, PSA, the Polymer 80 we brought along, all of those were working great. We were having some real issues with the SCT frame, so we're gonna have to dial that in and see, you know, what was happening, what was wrong with it. And that's something I think when people start doing their own building and whatnot, they start building their own firearms, start modifying them. They forget to count into the fact that when you're adding other parts, sometimes things don't always fit your stacking tolerances. And you need to go in there and maybe you need to Dremel something. Maybe you need to sand something down. Maybe you need to, you know, just polish the rails. Maybe file down the locking block a little bit. You know, there's all kinds of little things. Like, you'd like things to work 100%, but once you start mix-matching parts from different companies, sometimes stuff happens. We had that happen with another guy the other night. He got one of our slides, put it on an SCT frame, and he had an issue with the locking block, and sanded it down a little bit, and now it runs flawlessly. And he knew it wasn't the slide because he started testing the slide on other frames. Sometimes there's a little bit of a troubleshooting you got to go through when you're doing your own building and modifying. Shoot with purpose. Yeah, we've got a few contracts now, and we're reaching out to some people, reaching out to some other businesses, and some are interested. Some are concerned with the way California is going, and they're not sure if they want to get more involved with more pistol-related, build your own, 76%, 80% type things. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, it happens. Yep, absolutely. And if you're going to start building and modifying, you've got to be prepared for it happens. No response yet from CT, but we're hoping. And we know businesses are busy. Sometimes they takes a little while for them to get back to you. We're not going to pester them about it, you know. But we'll see what happens. And I can say the Ghostad Tactical Ecto Lube that smells like green apples did work well at the range. Worked great on the builds. Though after as much as we shot, the apple smell wore off. Blackout, what's going on? What about the LFA slide? I'm sorry, we've gotten so many messages about slides. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, you had an LFA 19. If you're the same person, you had an LFA 19, and they had an FDE frame or an FDE slide, and then they coated it in black, but then it chipped off, right? Was it? Are you the same person? Okay, that sucks. I'm so sorry about that. What they should have done was do a sand down so that the Cerakote adheres, because Cerakote does not like to adhere or bond to smooth surfaces. So they should have sanded it and then applied a coat if they were going to change colors. At least that's what I think happened with it, just based on the description. I'm not sure if they're going to accept any more LFA slides. We've accepted several. It's still possible. They're still kind of decide. Everyone kind of gets a vote on it, and they're going to decide as to whether or not they accept it. So it is case by case basis. But we've accepted multiple LFA slides. I can tell you right now, slides we're no longer going to accept are going to be Rock Slide USA and Leo Precision. So we've already gotten more than a few of those traded in that I guess we're just not going to accept anymore. LFA, we've gotten a few. They may or may not say yes. If they don't, hit me up, man. I can get you a discount code for one of our slides, and I can also tell you that if you're still looking for a black one, black is going to be on sale in October, and we're doing 15% off. But if you want a different color, let me know, and I can hook you up with a discount code if we decide not to accept it. I can at the very least offer you a discount. But yeah, that is unfortunate. For those of you that don't know, when you're applying Cerakote, I don't have a raw slide with me, but we'll use this as a bad example. We'll use this as an example. When you get a steel slide, you know, you get your bar, right? It's absolutely smooth. If you try to Cerakote this without sanding it, the Cerakote will eventually flake, chip, wear off. It needs a surface to bond to. So if the surface is too smooth, like, for example, this is smooth right now. If I were to just spray Cerakote on this, it would eventually wear off like what happened to Blackout here. And it would chip off and crack and cause problems, you know. So you've got to sand the surface down. If you're planning on changing colors, there is a guy on YouTube that we interact with regularly. I think it's called Redbeard Cerakote. He has changed the color of so many different guns and so many different slides, sometimes multiple times. But there's a sanding process that he goes through to get rid of all the old Cerakote and then apply a new coating. And that's what you have to do. If you're changing your Cerakote coating, you need to sand it down. You can't just spray over it, or it's going to chip and wear away a lot faster than it normally would. Cerakote will wear down with time. For example, this one here already has holster wear. I've been doing pistol drills with it, and it's got some holster wear just from moving in and out of the holster. It's going to happen. You're going to get normal wear, where any of the metal contact is. But what happened to Blackout is, for example, here, it just started chipping away. Yep, exactly, Fluffy, exactly. And we should have prepped better today for the range with cameras and like tripod or something in mind. We did not. We got really focused on just having fun shooting, which is what we all really needed, honestly. We all really needed to have some fun shooting. And we also started doing pistol and rifle drills, CQB, close quarters combat drills. Yep. Doing some sprints, you run up and down, and then you engage your target. So, yeah, we were doing some good pistol drills. And we kind of forgot to actually take videos. So, that's our bad on that one. We are going to upload a few. Bruce, what's going on, man? Tactical Llama, how you doing? And, yeah, next time we'll be a little more prepared for how many videos we take for all the drills that we're going to do. There we go. So, and feel free to ask any question. It's Saturday, yes, Saturday range day for us. So it's been a real fun day at the range, and just to show a little bit of normal Cerakote wear, this will happen. But as you notice, the rest of the slide, the exterior remains really good. Yes, Omar, merch is up on the website. Heading to the range tomorrow, right on. And for those of you just joining us, I did get our DLD After Dark definition knife, the journalist, which, if I remember correctly, is named after John Crump of John Crump News. So check all those guys out. Flying Rich, DLD After Dark, John Crump News, Red Dawn Readiness. Give those guys a look. And back. Oh, I am so disappointed. You know, we actually had a fun issue. Not fun that I was actually kind of pissed off. We started doing pistol drills today, and I was test firing an SCT frame, and it would not function on the SCT frame. Functioned on the PSA, functioned on the Glock, on the Polymer 80 that we still have lying around, and different ones too, different PSAs, different Glock OEMs. Could not for the life of me get this SCT frame working. Deprise Jan Hendrick, what's going on, man? And for those of you unaware, yes, October is coming up, or Glocktober. We are doing 15% off of our graphite black slides, 19s and 17s, our hunter orange slides, 19s and 17s, and our 19 tiger stripe camo slide. All of them, 15% off, strip slides. Bill Poole, some company sent a bus to the local range the other day for team building event. They rented out most of the place. All I could think was, I like that company. Hell yeah. More companies should do stuff like that. A lot of what we do when we get to like 2A engagement is we reach out to businesses, not to businesses, we reach out to individuals who've never been to the range before, never fired a gun before, and we get them out to the range. At least that's something we used to do in our, regular capacity. As a business, it's not something we do, really. But, we used to take people out to the range and like, hey, use our guns, use our ammo. We'll teach you. Like, we all have, various amounts of experience, military experience, shooting competition experience. Like, all of us know firearm safety. We've been range safeties before. Some of us have been firearms instructors before. We'll teach you. Free of charge. Free of charge. Our ammo, our guns, no fee. And we would get people out who'd never shot before. And the most nervous, I swear, some of them had ever been, but the moment they actually start shooting and they start getting down the fundamentals, you see that nervousness just completely strip away. And they're starting to have fun, and they're starting to engage in the training. And it's a really cool thing to see. I love it every time. Seraph, I bet, what's going on, man? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Hey, below average Utah Dad, he got his mail. All right. We sent a patch off to below average Utah Dad, which those will be on the website at some point, sometime soon, along with t-shirts, tank tops. We'll eventually have hats. We'll have the patches, possibly poker chip / coin type things like this one here. So we might have some of that merch up on there. People keep asking for merch. We finally have shirts. And if you guys watching, feel free to ask any questions. Otherwise, I'm just some crazy vet talking to himself, talking about slides, which is fun for me. And I'll tell you more about the range. I'll upload more videos to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube today. Just quick little reels of us showing the slides cycling. So next time around, I will have to take more videos. And maybe we'll show some of the pistol drills we're doing, some of the targets we're shooting. We shot quite a few clay targets. We had cardboard silhouettes, zeroing targets too, because we had to zero a few rifles in today. And, just a good fun day. We started probably at about 5 a.m. and we got done at about an hour ago. So 6 hours just, we had to do a little bit of driving, get out to the desert, but call it 5 hours of just shooting, 4 to 5 hours of just shooting, set up, zeroing. It was good stuff. So happy to finally get out and do it because, you know, the indoor ranges are great. They're AC, you know, they usually have friendly staff and they're fun, but there's just something great about going out to the desert and get to shoot out on BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land, for those of you that don't know, federal land. Go out there, shoot out there, you know, take your own targets. You got to prep for it a little bit, you know, bring your own water, bring some food, you know, make sure you've got your tools with you in case you got to fix something. Make sure you got a first aid kit, a lot of water because it's the frickin' desert. Speaking of which, everybody drink some water, stay hydrated. Oh, good times. Let me go grab one of those slides. Let's go see if we got this one in the bag. Some of the stuff's already getting put away. Oh, where are you at? Ah, here it is. Now this one is going to be so fun because I finally got to shoot this. So I'll have to take it off the frame real quick. There we go. The SM19 Viper Space Worn. So we were helping out a customer with this one. They were having some shooting issues, and I dumped 4 boxes of 9mm through this, and it ran like butter. Put it on an OEM, put it on a PSA, ran like butter. So I'm glad to be helping this customer out. We'll get them squared away. This was just fun to go out and shoot. How often we design new slides like Types, Flash, Leonidas, or whatever? We actually have one more design for the 19 in the works. Haven't really touched it, but we kind of our last design was, oh, what was it? The turbo? Yeah, the turbo. That was our last design, and we haven't designed anything new since. Just focusing on improving the machining, improving the tool paths, improving the programs for the models that we currently have. So if when we do eventually start programming new models, you know, it'll be a lot easier and it'll be better quality than, you know, basically using all the lessons learned that we have so far. We are, you know, of course, the 26, but the first 26 is going to be a scaled down turbo. So it'll be like this, but scaled down to 26 size. And that's kind of what's going to happen with some of the others. There will be a 26 zoom. I believe there's going to be a 26 Viper. I don't know if there's going to be a 26 Hellet, but there should be. There's also supposed to be a 17 Hellet coming at some point, but, you know, it'll get there when it gets there. And then will there be a new design? I'm not quite sure. There are a couple other designs we're talking about working on, but a lot of it is fulfill the contracts we have, and if we go make new stuff, we got to see who we can sell it to, too. So if a business reaches out to us and says, hey, I'm looking for 500 slides, can you guys, like, help me make a model that's unique for my business? Sure, we might be able to do something like that. BT2 Tactical, what's going on, man? Oh, heck yeah, thank you. I know you got a couple of ours. Yep, just did a range day today. We went out and tested a lot of them. Real fun shooting all of them. Of course, we went out and shot some of our own regular stuff, too. My shoulder is a little sore. We did a lot of 12 gauge and a lot of 30-06 today, in addition to 5.56, a bunch of 9mm, of course, and a few others. But, yeah, getting that 30-06 sighted in, and then just doing a lot of stuff with the 12 gauge. My shoulder's a little sore. Nasir says, you have frame TSIS PX9? No, we don't. We don't have anything for the TSIS right now, or anything from TSIS. Everything we do, we make ourselves. We mill down bars of 17.4 stainless steel like this here, and we mill all the slides that you see before you, among plenty of others. We do all the Cerakote work in-house. So we make our own slides that fit the Gen 3 Glock 19 and 17, and then we're working on the 26 right now. Getting one soon for a new build. Keep up the great work. Right on, man. And if any of you guys are just, you're hesitant because you want to get a good sale, we are doing a sale all month long in October. So what, 2 weeks from now? Not even 2 weeks. We're going to sell our graphite black strip slides, our hunter orange, and then, of course, our tiger slides right here. 15% off. All month long. So if some of you were hesitant about getting a strip slides, getting a strip slide, then, hey, get one at a discount. Michael's asking if we cut OEM slides. We do not. We make our own slides right out of bars of steel. So we don't do any aftermarket cutting of OEM slides. All these slides are milled down from steel bars, and then they are designed to fit on the OEM platform. Oh man, I am pounding water like crazy. When we started the day, it was only 70 degrees. When we left the range, it was 95 out there, and we were in sun for like 4 hours. Show you the frame? I will not. This is YouTube Live, so I can't. You can see frames on some of our videos, though. We use Glock OEMs, PSAs, sometimes P80, sometimes SCT. But YouTube Live does not like frames. Does not like you touching them. Does not like complete builds. So you can't, unfortunately. We also had people test our slides on Grit Grips, Geisler. They say they work great on those. We don't own one personally. Some have tested them on the Ruger RXM. They say they work great. I don't own an RXM personally, so I can't comment on it. But people tell me it works. For the Gen 3 19, but you can make them fit on the Gen 4 and Gen 5. All you have to do is swap a couple parts, and you can look up a few videos on how to do that, and it'll show you how to get it done. We know another guy, the Gun Guy 77. He took one of our 19 Gen 3 slides, put it on his Gen 5 Glock 45, got it running. And all he did was change a couple parts, and he took it to the range and just ran it. Glock is really, honestly, the Lego of pistols. We are located in Arizona, and we ship to all 50 states as well as some of the U.S. territories. Metro, what's going on? Yes, he did. He actually got to shoot one of our slides. He shot this Viper here, actually, as well as a few others. So this specific one here, he was at the range shooting it with us. Mike, what's going on? No, these are Gen 3, but you can fit Gen 3s on Gen 5s by swapping a couple parts. There's plenty of videos on how to do it. Mostly it's just this, but look those up, check out those instructions, and you can get it done. There we go. Let's add that back up in there. Man, great going to the range with you today. It was real awesome. And we shot so much stuff. Pistol drills, rifle drills, shotgun drills. Doing some zeroing, sighting in some rifles. It was a great day. We are called Stiffler Manufacturing. We don't have a physical shop. We have an online retail store. Though, if you are local to Arizona, you can go to the Hub, which is in Tucson, Mesa, and Lakeside, and they have some of our slides. You can also go to FIREARMS that has some of our slides. And they are in Prescott, Arizona. Primarily, though, we sell to shops. We sell individually. We sell to vendors, distributors. A lot of online retail. So you might see some of our slides out and about on different websites, 3CR, Husky Armory, Delta, MMC, Davidson Defense, just to name a few. No, unfortunately not yet, Adam. We do plan to expand to additional models as we continue to grow. So we're just looking for more gun stores and vendors and distributors and even individuals just to keep expanding. So as we grow, we will slowly start adding more models. Like right now, we're working on the 26. After that, we plan to work on the 43. You have a Gen 1 17? That's practically a collectible, cat. But these will work on the Gen 1 through 3 without any modification. Gen 4 and Gen 5, you'll have to do some slight modification. Damn, I don't even own a Gen 1 Glock. I wish I did. That's pretty cool. How about the rest of y'all? Anybody else in the chat own any Gen 1 or Gen 2 Glocks? Those are pretty rare. I mean, some people have them, but you just don't really see them around anymore. All of ours are Gen 3s, Gen 4s, and 5s. Actually, I did just pick up a Gen 5. Gen 5 Glock 19. I love it. And we're hoping next year, if everything goes well, we might start working on Gen 5s, but no promises. We might start doing it, though. Of course, that said, you can always swap your Gen 3 onto a Gen 4 or Gen 5. Oh, right on, Adam. You know, next month we are doing, if you have a 19 or 17, next month we are doing a sale on black and orange style slides. Because, you know, Glocktober, Halloween. Hey, Gen 2 Glock 22. Right on, Christopher. Oh, my fingers are a little dead today. We did a lot of shooting. But yep, here we go. Gen 5 19. Some minor differences. Safety plunger is a little different. The back plate's a little different. And then, of course, it's ambidextrous on both sides. So, well, of course, that's what ambidextrous means. We have not made a white tiger stripe. If like white, you mean like graphite black and Arctic white as the colors. We have not made one yet, but if you reach out to our sales email and request it, the painters might make one. Brenton Grave, what's going on, man? It depends on what they're painting all this week, how busy they are. But they might add one to the list. You just got to request it. Same thing for other colors. If you got other, you know, if you like the style, like this white lightning, but you wanted it in red or blue or green or whatever, you just contact the sales email and make a request, and they might do it. Or, you know, if it's a Cerakote they need to order, then, you know, there might be like a stocking fee added on because we have to order a Cerakote we don't normally keep in stock. But yeah, it's something we might do. Just reach out and let us know what you're looking for, and we'll talk it through. getting pumped up on sales today. While we were at the range, I sold like 8 more slides. That's wild. Yeah, a few people have mentioned it, just nobody's reached out about it yet. It was like, yeah, just reach out to the sales email if you want one, and I'll send that over to Miss Stiffler, and they'll get with the painting team and see if that's something they can do. Worst we will ever say is no, like, sorry, we can't do your idea, or quite often it's usually yes, you know? You just got to ask, and they got to see what Cerakote they have in stock, what stencils they have in stock, and yeah, they'll usually do it. They just got to get a request in for it. We did a custom camo job for a guy a while back. He just kind of reached out to us, and he's like, I like your stencils, but can you do it in this color, this color, and this color? We were like, yeah, we can do that. So we made it happen for the guy. B, if you're looking for blemish slides, yes, we do. You just got to look at our eBay stores. If you look in our description, we have our link bio, but I'll drop it in the chat, and you can find our eBay stores there. And yeah, we have some blems on there. There you go. There's the link there. How much does a 17 slide run? Like basic 17? Or I guess it depends on the model. So if you're talking like a 17 like this one here, just the front grip serrations and the RMR cut, that's probably like our bare bones slide right there. Or are you talking about something with like a ported, any kind of porting, like our Turbo or our Viper here? But anyway, yeah, the 17 in Zoom, which is what this one is, it starts at 155 and then goes up from there, depending on the model, depending on the color scheme, stencils, porting. You know, starts at 155 and goes up from there. We have not made an orange tiger yet, so that would be one you'd have to request in. But I would imagine the price for it would be somewhere around probably the Camus. So, let me think here. Somewhere around 170 to 190, somewhere in that range. Hey, Print Grave, thank you so much. Brian, we are working on one for the 43. It's not ready yet. It's probably going to take a little while, but we are working on it. We're hoping to get it out by year's end or maybe in the first quarter of next year. Right now, we just have the 19 and 17, and we're working on the 26. D, lots of letters. The coating is H series Cerakote, though occasionally we do F series and FX series as well. No, unfortunately, we cannot. So, per ITAR regulations, which is the U.S. International Traffic in Arms Regulation, we cannot ship overseas. So, that's a regulation that's run by the U.S. Department of State and the Directorate of Defense Trade Controls. And they basically state that without certain licensing and certification, we can only ship within the United States and its territories, and we can't ship overseas. Any Glock 29 slides coming? Not in the immediate future, but we might add them to our production list as we continue to grow as a company. Hey, PVS7, what's going on, man? Thank you, Adam. It's greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, we're not set up to do custom work yet. All of our machine production is set up to do volume. So we make our slides out of bars of steel like this. And if we were to do one custom slide, we'd have to stop production on like 30 to 50 slides. So someday we plan to potentially get a small machine that can do custom work, but we're just not ready to get that yet. PVS7, awesome, man. Thank you. I just shot a bunch of Viper today, especially this one. And this one, man, we dumped 200 rounds through this one today. It was great. It ran awesome. And I realized I forgot to shut off my optic from the range. That's just been sitting on. Oh, thank you, Print Engrave. Oh, thank you guys for the likes. It's greatly appreciated. Oh, thank you, Fully G. Yep, we have 19s and 17s working on the 26, and after we finish the 26, we're working on the 43. Oh, thank you, Adam. That's awesome. I'm always glad to hear it. I love seeing people's builds. And when they do have issues, like, they're always free to reach out to us because we can try and help them with a troubleshoot. And, like, we had one last night or the night before. A guy was having an issue with his SCT build. And he ended up figuring it out. It wasn't the slide. It wasn't his parts kit. Well, it wasn't all of his parts kit. It was his locking block. And he once figured that out and got it solved. And once he did, it started running like butter. And we're always happy to talk with people about that. Selvagem 33, Blessed Guns, thank you. Dave, June 3 Dogs. I don't know what that means. Which barrel is better for Glock 19? Well, usually OEM barrels, but we also use ELD performance barrels, and we think they run fine. All the barrels I have here right now are ELD performance. They're 416R stainless steel, black nitride coated. Sometimes they're PVD coated. We'll get something like copper coating or rainbow coating, and they run great. Oh, thank you guys for all the reacts. It's greatly appreciated. Hey, got another like. Thank you so much. OEM builds. Yep, we base all of our models off OEM builds. We're within 5 thousandths when we're cutting. We test all of our slides on OEM frames too, in addition to, you know, PSA frames, SCT, and we've still got some Polymer 80 frames lying around that we test on as well. DB, what's going on? And we took a few OEMs out today as well to test alongside the Stiffler slides. Like this beautiful Gen 5. It's a little too humid though, DB. A little too humid in Florida. Gotta love that dry heat. Beautiful, though. Love the beaches. Every time I visit, the beaches are beautiful. And you guys just got open carry, so super happy for you for that. Humidity's down now, mid 80s. Oh yeah, it was nice 70 this morning when we started shooting, but then it kicked up to 95. Still, at least it was below 100. And we got out of there before it hit noon, so super happy with that. Open carry on the 25th, right on. Big anti-gun thing coming up though with California. We're looking at, what, July 1st? And they are banning all new sales of Glocks. Now that part shouldn't affect us because these are just slides. But that's what Glock's doing. Oh yeah, by all means, print. Get that 3D printer. Do some cool stuff with it. I've seen some really amazing stuff with 3D printing on slide and, you know, with slides going on 3D printed frames. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it. I suppose you can, but I'm not sure it's really necessary to run ported and comped on the same build. I can't say I've ever seen it personally. Maybe somebody's done it. I've seen either ported or comped. I've never seen them together. Maybe competition shooters might do something interesting like that. I've never personally seen it. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, just because I can open carry doesn't mean I do. I usually conceal carry unless I'm purposely open carrying to show off like a Stiffler slide or something out in public. And that's usually planned, and I'm usually with other people. Yeah, California is gonna California, and they're always gonna do it. You do 3D laser engraving? Right on. Honestly, we wouldn't mind getting a laser engraver at some point just to... And we're probably going to have to do it once we start doing Gen 5, just so we can mark Gen 3 and Gen 5 slides. No, we don't do anything with Beretta. I have shot plenty of Berettas, though, but we don't do anything with them. Mostly shotguns and lever actions? Right on. Man, I could use a good lever action. Hey, thank you so much. And good luck with your engraving, man. That's awesome. And we're hopefully going to do more of these range videos. Like we just released one today. I've got a few more that I've got to post. Part of it is, yeah, we got to go buy a bunch of ammo. The other part is you've got to get up stupid early to drive out to the desert and get out there and shoot. California and a few other places, but also it's because of how modifiable they are. There's stuff that's geared towards the Gen 3 that was not geared towards Gen 4 and 5. And Gen 4 and 5 are catching up, but there was just a lot of stuff for the Gen 3 available that was not available for Gen 4 or 5 initially. It's where a lot of businesses who, once the patent expired for Glock, really pushed in was Gen 3. And then Gen 4 and 5 kind of became an afterthought, and then they expanded into that as they grew. But every business started with Gen 3, even us. And we're planning on moving to Gen 5 at some point, but everybody started with Gen 3. So for people doing aftermarket builds, you know, anybody who still has those polymer 80 frames still lying around, Gen 3. I mean, some of them can make them into Gen 5s, but most people are going to do Gen 3. Oh, such a long day, but such a satisfying one. Got a lot of range stuff done, a lot of drills, a lot of slide testing. And just, you know, shooting. It was fun. Sprint drills and CQB drills, CQC. Good stuff. Mozambique drill. A lot of stuff we did today. Oh, thank you, Bill. That is bright purple. Though on our eBay, we do have one called Mystique, which is like a gun candy style purple. Metallic, glittery. We're starting to do some of the FX series Cerakote, which is kind of gun candy in appearance. Oh, my shoulder hurts. It's going to be sore for... It'll be worse tomorrow. We shot a lot of 12 gauge and a lot of 30-06. It'd be even worse if I had taken out the 303 British or the 7.62 by 5.4. Oh, and we had some 308 too. Forgot about the 308. It was just a good day. Good day going out to the range. Plenty of other people out there too. DB, man, you have a good one. Stay 2A. Oh yeah, it was a fun day. Man, I need some more water. So hot today, and now I'm doing all this talking. Oh, heck yeah. Nice cold water. Everybody should drink some. Stay hydrated. You can't move and groove if you're not hydrated. Can't engage the enemy, react to contact, break their stuff. You can't be a sexual tyrannosaurus like Stiffler if you're dehydrated. It's just that simple. Drink some water. Oh, let's see. Pop that printer on. I have got some sales to print today. Phone kept pinging the whole time we were out there, just like, oh, you sold another one. You sold another one, which I'm, you know, obviously happy about, but now it's back to this side of it. Let's see, this slide's going off to California. Heck yeah. Well, about any of you guys? You guys getting any good range trips in lately? Getting any good drills in? Not just shooting, getting some drills in. You know, maybe doing some sprints. You know, maybe doing some specific target shooting. Good stuff to try some of that stuff out. Do some off-handed shooting once in a while, you know, train your other hand up. Good to do that. Have you been using an optic too long? Have you gone back and done some of your iron sight drills in a while? Like, definitely good things to do. There we go. Yep, this one's going off to California. Too easy. Working on a Mini 30, full 2.5D engraving. Right on. Thank you so much. They are very pretty slides. All 17.4 stainless steel, coated in Cerakote. We might do some engraved slides someday. Seems like it's somewhat popular, but also they kind of look cool. And some of them done right, the engraving almost acts like its own grip texture as well. Which that's just kind of cool. Oh, this one's heading off to Illinois. Blue states starting to arm themselves up. Why in God almighty is that such a high shipping? EDC, what's going on, man? Yeah, absolutely. It's done in graphite black and hunter orange. The stencils we use come from Tactical Penguin. Oop, zooming in. Oh, we just did the range today, EDC. Fun stuff. Got to shoot a lot of slides, a lot of rifles, shotguns, other pistols. Huh. Oh, I appreciate it. We're small time, but maybe we'll grow. Maybe we'll grow and we'll get more content and more views and stuff as we keep going. Slow and steady. We're still relatively new, too. I mean, we began business in January of 2023, so we're about to hit our 3rd year anniversary. A few more months. Hey, this one's going off to Colorado. Right on. Yeah, sometimes our videos will be like this too. We want to do more range. I mean, we can't really do range live videos. I wish we could. But sometimes it's just me answering questions. I'm doing background work, doing some shipping, getting things done. And sometimes I'm, doing stuff with the slides. But you're all always free to ask questions. Pop in, like, comment. Whatever. Keep it real free form in here. As free form as we can. Oh, hey, and this one's going off to New Jersey. Do I have this one in stock here? Let me go see if I have this one in stock here real quick. Feel free to comment amongst yourselves, ask questions. I'll be right back. All right, yes, I do have it in stock. Let's just go check the weight real quick. Yep, there we are, good to go. We'll get this one all done up too. Okay, I think we put that down on a 10 ouncer. Okay, yeah, not a problem, good to go. And this one's heading off to New Jersey. All right, let's get that shipping label all set up. Love seeing where the slides are going off to, too. We've actually, at this point, shipped to every single state in the country, as well as some of the territories. And that's just awesome. There's a Stiffler slide in every single state. I mean, also we've made like 30,000 slides at this point, so I mean, they're out there. They are out and about, no doubt. All right, we have hit our 1 hour mark. And that is pretty freaking awesome. Let's get this printed out. So I'll answer any final questions you guys might have. Feel free. Well, we'll get this wrapped up in a bit. I gotta get all these wrapped up and run off to the post office today. Heck yeah. Send another one. Gotta love it. All right, well, then I guess that's where we'll end it. So thank you all for checking out Stiffler Manufacturing. We make our own slides out of bars of steel, like this one right here. We do all of the Cerakote work in-house. Do it all in our own paint booth. No third party. Our slides don't get sent off to be heat treated by some other person. Everything's done in-house. The only thing we don't do is make the steel. We don't have a forge, so we can't make our own steel. But everything is done in-house. All the slide milling, all the painting, all the QC, all in-house. And next month, we've got our Glocktober sale coming up. So all of our strip slides in 19 and 17 that are graphite black or hunter orange are going to be on sale. As well as so is our 19 slide in tiger stripe camo. So this will be on sale too. So check that out. We are doing a slide giveaway. We breached 1,000 followers, so we are going to do a giveaway. It's going to be one of our Vipers at some point. So yeah, keep checking out our lives. One of these days we will announce when we're doing the giveaway, and everyone can pop in and get a chance. If you are in the United States, it has to be to the United States. I can't ship outside of the United States. So check out our live for our giveaway. We'll be doing that at some point. And Yeah, thank you so much for popping in. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. Thank you so much for the comments and questions. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, stay 2A every day.